What's going on, fellas and ladies? I have absolutely no idea who's listening or who's watching. But this is a pop-up live. You know what I mean? I don't mean to step on nobody, but I was having a conversation on Facebook with a pal of mine. And, it's all good. We agree to disagree on something. Jay Good was good, man. I'm just waiting for him to get this link so we could cook. There you go. Shadow 979 was good. Sheldon Holmes was good. What up?
Joey. What up, E? Yes, sir.
Good. It's good family now.
You know I'm always down for this.
Yeah, no doubt. You my family, son. You my family. I got about till maybe about 5 before I gotta go get the kid. You know how that shit go. So I'm
I was thinking a half an hour because I gotta go back to the supermarket. But whatever.
All right, cool. I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook, man. 88 Sports Talk. What's good, man? Go ahead and cook what we was talking about. Go ahead. You was at the fight? You was at the Bud fight?
So we went and looked real empty until probably maybe where there were 3 fights left. Then it started to fill up. And he did about 10,100. So it doesn't sell great with Amir Khan because it was a name. He did 14,000, I think.
Yeah.
Which is what Wilder and Ortiz did in their first fight, about 14,000.
Right.
And Wilder and Fury did 17 and change in the Staples Center for their first fight.
All right. So real quick. I don't know if you
ahead.
can see the title of the video that I just threw some shit up there so people could see it.
No, I can't see it.
All right. I put, why isn't Wilder as popular as Bud? That's what I put. So you was cooking on something. Where'd you go? You there? Well, he'll come back. Wait, you there?
We go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I put why isn't Wilder as popular as Bud? And we was having a conversation. So I want you to go ahead and cook on that, on what we was talking about.
All right. So we were at the fight, and this black dude next to us and a Spanish dude. The dude said he was a Wilder fan. He was talking to me and another friend I was with. And he asked me, why isn't Wilder more popular? And I said, honestly, I don't know. He's brash. He's actually a good person. He's got a great story with his daughter. I don't know.
Okay. Trick was good. Jay Good, what up? Anthony Bolton, what's good? It was entirely too much for me to type.
I know. I was getting sick of typing. Believe me.
Yeah. See, the thing is, when you're talking to people like that, in my opinion, it's Curtis Anderson was good. Anthony Bolton was good. It's kind of difficult to gauge what kind of fan you're talking to. You know what I mean? The fella said he was a Wilder fan, but which is fine, but when people say they're fans of fighters, I've come to find out that upon further investigation, no disrespect to him, but the majority of them are casuals. They just like what the fighter does.
Oh no, he was casual because we were talking about some fighters from the 80s and he didn't know.
He didn't know that.
He didn't know like this guy. Or he didn't know. He was zero. Nobody.
Wow. Well, you see, and this is the same guy that's asking you, why isn't Wilder more popular?
Right. No, but he truly didn't know the answer.
Right. Well,
and I said that I do a podcast, and this is the second time I'm on with you. So, and I've done almost 50 episodes in a previous podcast I used to do.
Right.
So, we were talking, and I said, honestly, I don't know, because like I said, his story is good enough to like him.
Right.
He's got out of this world power, and that's what you want to see from heavyweights. You want to see knockouts. He's knocked out everybody except for Stavern the first time and Fury. He got a draw. So, but other than that, he puts everybody to sleep. I don't know the answer.
Well, this is what I discuss all the time. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Rome from Far Walk. Hey, Teresa, what's going on?
My sister's watching. No, my sister's name is Teresa.
There's a list of answers that we could go through with that. Well, first of all, the fight fan has shifted. As you can see, we lived through the Floyd era, and it was annoying. The Floyd era, the Manny Pacquiao era was annoying from both sides. It was very annoying. And
you go at AJ every day, and I don't get involved a lot. I don't like Wilder. I don't like Wilder or AJ. I think all the heavyweights suck. I do.
Well, I fucks with Wilder heavy, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. But this does remind me of the Floyd Pac era. I find myself riding with Wilder. The reason why I rode with Floyd, I was strictly neutral with the whole situation until I discovered racism on social media through that whole fiasco.
Oh yeah.
And it got crazy. It got crazy. I said, "Oh shit!"
Oh, it was both ways too, because I've seen plenty of Filipinos go in, and it's like, yo, really?
I didn't know that Filipinos could be like that, and
I've seen it both ways.
I found myself fighting with people I can't even see their face, and I'm like, yo, shit! I just made a comment, and I'm getting called all kinds of niggas and stuff. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? I had no idea, So it got crazy. So we're off the heels of 6 years of Floyd and Manny. Now the reason why I rode with Floyd was because it was a bit of tribalism, because I was getting attacked racially, and it got to the point where I'm going to front, man. I just started trolling certain people because I got tired of being fair. You understand what I'm saying? I got tired of being fair because I was trying to talk boxing, and once you couldn't talk about boxing once you serving them on the conversation of boxing, it would turn to what he does outside the ring and beating women, and I'm like, oh my god, we're having like 4 different conversations. I just want to talk about what these guys do.
Well, you've had the conversation with me too, but I've just trolled too.
Yeah.
I never liked Floyd, but the one thing I could do, like today, I got into a conversation with somebody about Canelo. ESPN made him the fighter of the year, and he was like, "Oh, here comes all the fucking haters." And I said, and he said he turned his notifications off. And the last time he said that, I went in there to fuck with him. And he answers right away. So I said, "Are your notifications really off?" And right away he goes, "Usual suspect number 1." He thought I was going to say something bad about Canelo. And I said, "Look, I'll say this. He's good. He's this. He's that. A lot of the hate he gets is from the fuckery outside the ring, which is from Oscar." I was like, there are other people that are eligible for Fighter of the Year. But, I wouldn't expect ESPN to do anything but the obvious. Pick Canelo. Right. So they did. Right. So all of a sudden he had nothing to say. Now I can have a zillion nice things. I met Floyd. He was really fucking cool. I just didn't love the second act of his career because it was all about money and there was not enough action in the ring and stuff. You know what I mean?
I get that now.
He became very defensive, and it wasn't entertaining to watch sometimes. So
I get that. Now the fellas you was talking to, they were saying, why isn't Deontay as popular? Right. Now, let me ask you this. Would you say that Deontay Wilder, inside and outside the ring, is a complete opposite of Floyd Mayweather? Because I say he is. Complete opposite. One of the major problems that people said about Floyd was that he was boring. He sold seats, but he was boring. He ran and he won fights, but he was boring. He wouldn't engage. He was boring. But this guy had this guy was just super popular because of his demeanor, and it was just crazy. Say Ronald Finkley, Jay Dixon, what's good? Ace Man, what's good, family? KP from KC5, what's good, man? Yeah. So Wilder is the complete opposite of that. He goes in there, throws caution to the wind, puts himself at risk of getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but also outside the ring, because the thing about Floyd too, everything seems scripted. Wilder's not like that at all.
Absolutely.
Wilder speaks freely.
Absolutely.
And I like that about him.
Yeah. So there's a shift in the type of fans. Floyd's fans consisted of a lot of kids that look like Tank. That act like Tank, that act like Adrian Broner. They love Floyd. They like that flashy rapper shit. They love that. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder doesn't really appeal to that crowd. You understand what I'm saying? So that's like, I'm going to say that's like about maybe 60% of those fans that disappear. They'll watch a Wilder fight because they know they're going to get a knockout, because that's how it's been going.
They've been reduced from hardcore Floyd fans to just casual boxers.
Just casual fans. So
I know
that kind of
there are a lot of Pac-Tards disappeared too. Don't you notice?
Yeah. I mean, there's some here and there,
because he's still fighting, so there's still some. But for the most part,
and
they all went out the fucking window.
Look, shout out the.
Hey, look, I didn't disappear.
No doubt. Oh shit!
Right
Yeah, that's the shit.
That's right. Me and Manny. I'm in his house right there. I'm in his living room right there.
Yeah. He's a generous.
That's no
dude,
bullshit.
Man. Generous dude, man.
No, I knew someone that worked for him, and they took us over to his house. I was hanging out there for about 3 hours.
That's a good look, man. He's a good dude, man.
He is.
I never, denied. I still get these goddamn ghost calls. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I never denied that Manny wasn't a generous dude. But what Jay Dixon says, the same motherfuckers hated Floyd when he was quiet. That's true, But Deontay
the internet didn't exist back then, so you don't know. You don't know that for sure.
You see, but I can say, judging off of numbers wise, all right. The question that I have in the title: why isn't Wilder as big as Bud? Because we're looking at the numbers. All right, now.
No, because Bud's numbers, his pay-per-view numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's at Postal.
Right. Postal and Khan.
Right. But what did I answer you in that? It was the only one I really replied to. The rest are all comments, but I went in and I replied and I said it depends on the dance partner.
It does.
Khan is garbage, and nobody knew Terrence Crawford back then, let alone Victor Postal.
Right. True.
But he's also not the very glorified position of being the heavyweight champion of the world from America.
Mm-hmm.
Is usually a bigger deal. And that's why I wonder why not Bud can put up similar numbers than him. That's fine. But at the same time, Bud's not a heavyweight.
Well,
a lot of people know Bud more, let's say in the UK, because that's where his two biggest adversaries are, Fury and AJ, right? Mm-hmm. But Bud went over there and he beat Ricky Burns, right?
Yeah.
But they know Wilder over there. But why isn't he more popular?
Legendary Topcast was good, family.
Why isn't he more popular here?
Well, let me explain. Part of the reason was the core audience is not the same as Floyd. Floyd is like a rapper. All right. He's gonna Floyd appeals to the casual 14-year-old that likes all that flashy shit.
Okay.
All right. But we all know Floyd is an asshole. That's just what it is. Wilder's not
he kind of wasn't though.
But what I'm saying is he appealed to a core audience. All right. I remember 14-year-old kids talking about, Floyd fight this Saturday.
Right.
But it went from Floyd fighting to, did you see his car? Did you see that chain? Did you see him on the gram? You see him throw money at the screen? So they could say, a portion of their mind is like, I want to be like that. Maybe not the fighter, but I want to have money to do that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So he appealed to that audience. Wilder don't appeal to that. He don't appeal to that audience. So right there, he's not going to get that audience, which is why
he's low key flashy though, because he'll come in there with the mink coat he's fucking Joe Namath.
But he don't talk like Floyd.
Right. All. Okay.
Right. So that core audience, Wilder will never capture that, which is why Adrian Broner, who say he's retired, he could come out of retirement right now and do a pay-per-view.
He's going to need to.
Yeah, I know. I even want to talk about that.
$783,000.
Drop it. He could come out and do a pay-per-view right now and fight anybody in the top 5 in the welterweight and do a pay-per-view and get that money right back. $10 million. Like nothing.
All right. That leads me to another question. I don't want to get into it yet though.
But this is what we're dealing with here. Now, another thing I pointed out was ESPN. Well, they knew better than to put Bud on a pay-per-view, but ESPN
not versus that opponent. No way.
Not at all.
Like at least when he fought Postol, it was first of all, it was an HBO thing, or was it might have been just a Top Rank pay-per-view. It wasn't even an HBO pay-per-view, I don't think. And that was a unification fight. So, you want to make a justification for that. Okay, fine. I didn't buy that. I streamed it. Fuck that. I'm not paying for that.
I don't remember. I remember seeing it. I don't remember where I even saw that shit at.
The Khan fight was a pay-per-view because Khan was a name. And it was a waste of time. And we were at the fight.
Yeah, it was. He punched in the nuts and then he quit. Go figure, My thing is those numbers that that Bud did, and this was brought to my attention. It was on my mind. I was like, yo, okay, those are some monster numbers for a
1.7. It's close to 1.7 million.
Right. But then I thought, and I said, shit, I remember Tyson Fury. I watched his last fight. I was at the gym on the treadmill watching it on ESPN, and it dawned on me. I said, shit, ESPN is always playing at gyms. ESPN is always on up a screen at Buffalo Wild Wings at a sports bar. What I'm saying is, it's easy access to get to those to watch those ESPN.
But isn't that smart?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Isn't that like it's better than the apps? You don't pay for it.
Yeah,
it's always going to be on cable, and it's a sports network. It's always going to be on at a sports bar, at a gym, something like that. Just like you said,
right?
I think that's brilliant. And you have a fight where you had a lead-in, the Heisman Trophy voting. I mean, I didn't see promotion on TV. I don't watch ESPN though, so I can't even lie. I don't watch ESPN. I watch the NFL. I watch the NFL Network. I don't watch ESPN ever.
Well, I remember.
So there could have been stuff there, but there was stuff on ESPN Plus. There was a lot of promotion on. If you go on Top Rank's YouTube page, I don't know if you subscribe. They had a mini series, kind of like 24/7, but it was only the week of the fight. Mm-hmm. So it was stuff they did Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There was stuff Thursday morning that I was watching Thursday night when I got home from California. Okay. I was like, oh shit, this is from this morning. So yeah, it seems like a lot of these promotional these angles or these routes that are being taken for promoting fights are, number one, very heavy on the internet and not so much billboards and this and that. Number two, it all seems very last minute, all of it. Now I could say Wilder Ortiz too, there were promotions Sunday after Sunday after Sunday on like Fox Sports.
They did hella views, man. They did great views for that. They did great views leading up to that. They did great views for that.
What do you mean?
Wilder Ortiz.
The fight?
No, Wilder Ortiz too. Now I want to touch on that.
Please do.
Because I want to hear what you got to say. I'm just going to let you go ahead.
No. I saw the article for 2.5 to 2,500, and I was like, I never even tried to troll somebody with that. That's how I knew that was bullshit.
Callie, what's up, man? Let me know if you want a link. I'm glad you showed up. Do you know Rick Glasser hit me up on Facebook again with that shit?
But wasn't he saying 138,000?
Now, this is what people, because what happened was when I got,
he said between 138 and 225. I'll give you the benefit of doubt. They said it was over 275. Let's just call it 285.
Okay. He said, Rick Glasser said what he said, right? And people would hit me up. And I'm like, where the fuck are they getting 2.5? It's Sunday. The numbers ain't gonna come out.
Yeah, but forget that. Everybody knew that was bullshit the minute we saw it.
Come on. The amount of motherfuckers that hit me up was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. But Rick didn't say it.
That's people trolling you because you're always talking shit.
He didn't say it. And I said, Rick, I don't like that nigga talking to me, but I said his name and it popped up. You know what I mean? And I'm not even friends with him like that. No, I'm not friends with him, not even like that. I'm not friends with him at all. But
me neither.
Somebody said his name. That's what happened. Somebody that's friends with him said his name, and he popped up on a page. And then he said my name. And I said, bro, scroll up and see what I said. I said that you didn't say that. You quoted something that someone else said on a boxing blog. That's what happened. And someone heard that number, and it grew feet. And all week long, we had to hear that until the real numbers came out. Now, as opposed to it failing. You said that it failed.
Yeah.
I want you to explain that.
Okay, so it did. The gate was $4 million
Okay.
total. That's been reported in several places. And if it sold 275,000, you could do the math there. Why not? 275 times $80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 80. It was 80 or 75? But I'll give you 80.
It was
That's fine.
north of. They said north of 275.
Can you see that?
Wait, move to the left.
22 million?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
22 million, right? Plus the 4 million. $26 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was good at math. I could have done that without the calculator.
Let's suck at math. So you go ahead.
Okay. All right. So they did get some money also. I don't know how much, but I can't imagine it being like millions and millions of dollars because the Zone picked up the fight and they showed it in Germany and Spain.
DAZN picked up the Wilder fight and re-showed it.
Wilder Ortiz, and they aired it live in Spain and in Germany.
Okay.
I don't know what they gave them for that. You want to say $5 million? That's 31 million.
Why can't we say 15?
What was the guaranteed money?
I don't know, Joey. You tell me.
I thought the guaranteed money was 20 and 7.
20 and 7. That's what I remember.
All right. So let's say they had $30 million after everything. Mm-hmm. They're going to give Ortiz 7, mm-hmm. and Wilder 20, and you still got to pay the venue and everybody that works in the venue, mm-hmm. and the network doesn't take their cut. I'm saying it just doesn't add up.
Joey,
if they broke even,
mm-hmm.
it's not a failure for Wilder if he got his money. I'm saying it's a failure for Fox. They didn't make any money.
We weren't in a negotiation room, man. We can't say that.
But this is simple math, though.
Is it really that simple? We're talking about back end money and everything else. I didn't even know.
See, I hate that talk, that back end money talk, because that's something you really don't know about. Nobody knows about that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
But exists from who?
You just put me on the game. I didn't know that DAZN picked it up. I didn't know.
Yeah. And I don't know what they paid, but I'll throw it out there and say they gave him $5 million.
You say 5, I can say 15. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay.
So did Fox really fail? If it was 15,
but I don't know. We don't know what they paid. But I'm saying at this point right now,
mm-hmm.
that's breaking even. They didn't make any money.
Failing is far in the red. Being in the black is breaking even. Failing is red, man.
When you go to Atlantic City, let's say you had $1,000 to gamble,
mm-hmm.
and you leave there and you have $1,000, is that
mm-hmm.
winning?
Say that one more time.
If you go to Atlantic City with $1,000
mm-hmm.
and you play all night long and you leave with $1,000, is that winning?
If you go to Atlantic City with $1,000
and you gamble all night and you wind up leaving still with $1,000, you go home, still got $1,000, is that winning?
Did you fail?
No, I see. To me, that's winning, because I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
You had planned to lose that money. That's FU money. That's fuck up money.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave with it, okay. I came back with money that I thought I probably would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way Fox is looking at this. They're looking at this like, we need to make money on this. We're putting this whole production together, and if they're breaking even, they're not winning. That's a failure.
Yo, Callie, text me your email. I don't got it. Callie, text me your email. Send me your email, Callie. That's my brother, Callie. Yeah, I mean, breaking even is not failing. But what I'm saying is we don't know. We don't know.
It's not winning either, though.
But is it failing? If you break even, you didn't really fail.
That's if they broke even. Again, I don't know what the venue costs. I don't know. I don't know if Wilder's going to get all his money. If they told him, we can't give you 20, we're only going to give you 12 because we got to cover this, this, and this, then Wilder didn't even get what he was supposed to get. I don't know. You could look again right now. You're waiting for an email. I'll look to see.
Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. And I'm gonna do this email thing right here.
Every time I look at it,
Callie, I got you, brother.
I love California. No, I'm just kidding. Wilder Ortiz to Purse. Now your boy Fat Dan Rafael. Did you listen to the interviews?
I did.
And do you listen to the Fox Sports guy?
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to tell me about why Bud isn't fighting anybody over there when he admits it? They're not even recognizing that belt.
We're gonna get to that.
Come on, man. Here's how much the fighters will make. Oh, this is the first fight. Wilder made 2.1 and Ortiz made 500,000. Wait, what date on this? Oh, this is
right now, Callie.
So we see. According to ESPN, Wilder's actually slated to make about 20 million, while Ortiz will make about 7 million.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. This is before the fight took place, so it doesn't say anything after the fact.
Link sent, Callie. Link sent.
This is
89 TV. Salute. Gerard Cashier. Salute. Messi Lingard. What up? What up, family? Craig J. What up? Ronald Finkley. What up? What up? What up, man? Yo, man. Y'all brothers showing me so much love. I love y'all niggas. For real.
It says Wilder would make at least 3 million. Ortiz will make 1.5 guaranteed. He could make closer to 20, and Ortiz can make closer to 7. It's the same thing, though. They're not. This is all before the fight. It doesn't say anything after the fight, so you really don't know what they wound up with.
Callie, you're muted, brother.
Oh, so okay. Well, first thing I'm gonna tell you right now, Ortiz made over 10 million. So I know that for a fact. That's all I gotta tell you right now. He made over 10 million.
You're Joey.
No,
let me tell you right now.
See, this is my issue. Guys come on here and say, "I know that for a fact," and don't provide any proof.
No.
I know Luis Ortiz.
He's close to the camp. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
No, he's made over 10. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about that. He's good. As far as the pay-per-view, they haven't stopped counting pay-per-views, and they haven't even gotten to the movie theaters yet. So man, they're still counting. They're over 300,000.
Oh, they're over 300,000.
They're over 300. So they're going. Fox has already labeled it as a success. Let's put it that way. You don't think it was a good event. Fox disagrees with you. Just put it that way. Fox already disagrees with you. Fox labeled it a success. They're very happy with the numbers that came out of the Wilder Ortiz.
Where can I read or see that?
Oh, Google it. Just Google it. It came up for real. And the first place I heard about it was Fanon.
Tell me exactly what the type.
No, because Fanon did a video. Let me tell you, Fanon did a video on it, and Fanon, I forgot the name of the source, but Fanon, there actually was an article where Fox labeled it as a success. I will look it up, but I do not remember the article, but Fox labeled it a success. That's a fact.
Could you pull it up now?
I wouldn't state this. I wouldn't state it if it wasn't true. I'll look for it.
No,
could you pull it up now?
I'm gonna look for it right now.
I'll look for it.
You said Fanon did the video on that, right?
Yeah, Fanon did a video on it. Yeah, Fanon did a video on it.
I should go every time Fanon do a video, so I know I saw it. It was about maybe a week and a half ago, was it not?
Yep. It was last week.
Monty Brown was good for him. Let me see.
Yeah, Fanon put it out.
I just typed was Wilder Ortiz 2 a success, and I got nothing. I just got stuff. Let's see. This is what came up. Results. KO highlight.
Here, what's what I'll do? I'll shoot Fanon a text, and I'll get the article.
Yeah. Shoot.
But Fanon, it's not that difficult, man. I know. Like I said, I understand you want the actual article, but I'll do it for you.
That's all. I just know what I'm reading everywhere.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get it for you.
Yeah, they over 300. And shit, I forgot all about the movie theaters. I totally forgot that.
Let me go. I'm gonna shoot Fanana a text right now, and I'm gonna ask him for that article. And wait for him to hit me back.
Yeah, I paid for it. And
who wrote the article? It's not like Wikipedia and shit, like where anybody can go in and edit it. Come on.
Hell no, not at all.
Fanon, bro. Maybe you don't know who Fanon is. Maybe you don't know.
I've watched Fanon. I've put me on. Yeah, I've watched.
Okay. Yeah, Fanon is not the one to put out propaganda, bro. You don't get down that way. So I'm just gonna tell you, I'm shooting him a text right now.
Yeah, what I was saying about the numbers with Bud, it was brilliant strategy. You know how they did it. You know, because it is like I said,
even in Fanon's video, he actually read from the article, but I just sent him a text asking him to send me the article so I can get it to you. Yeah. But yes, Fox has labeled us a success.
Well, there it is. You know, like I said, I watched Fury's fight with Otto Wallin. I was on the treadmill in the gym. You know, so I'm like, you know, now I thought about it. I said, shit, if ESPN plays at Buffalo Wild Wings and Hooters and in the gyms, those are views automatically right there. You know what I mean? So
right. No, it is. I'm telling you, man, this was a success. I know a lot of people don't want to label it as a success, but you're like some other people's and metrics for what it is to be a success is not the same, especially as Fox. But it was a success. I know it's difficult for people to understand because they have this ideal of numbers, and there's other numbers and factors that you have no idea that's not presented to the public. But it was a success.
Well, that's obvious if you said Ortiz got 10 million, because everywhere you read was the most he could make is 7. That's what it says everywhere. He's guaranteed 1.5, but it says the most he can make is 7 max, and Wilder about 20. This whole, like, I don't even give a fuck about the money, honestly. This whole thing stemmed from the article I posted to you, which is about the viewership for Bud. You know, it was smart, this, that, and the other. He did good numbers. If they did 300,000, Bud did almost 1.7. So that's almost 6 times as much. Yeah, it was on free TV, but I say that's smart business. That's what I say.
Yeah. No, there's no getting around that. But
and if Bob is serious about getting Bud in the ring with Porter, and I know what Bud said in the past. Yeah, we're friends, blah blah blah. But they'll fight now if it's made.
Oh, Dre Finest said he found the video.
You found the video for sure.
He said it's.
I'm trying to find the article. I want him to send the article.
Yeah. But it should be on the video link. It said it's Deontay versus Ortiz gross 25 million. Let me scroll. I'm on his page right now. That was about a week ago.
Yeah, it was a week ago. It was last week.
Filter by date. I just put this month. Fuck it. 3 hours ago. 1 day ago. The title is what? Deontay versus
Ortiz gross 25 million.
Celebrated by Fox exec.
I see it.
You got it? Okay.
I got it right here.
Well, we have some actual comment from Fox Sports about the performance of Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, via a discussion about their month in November where they broke all the records they had for a month, thanks in part to several events, and specifically included Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Let's talk about that in this video. And remember that I told you this before. These big guys are not just looking at the individual return of gross profits or net profits on an event. They have other metrics and other standards of success that they look at, and we oversimplify things when we just talk about pay-per-view numbers and ticket sales. So let's get into that in this video.
Real quick, the link down there. I'm sure he links.
Check out that video. I'm not gonna play for now. So
I got the video right.
Yeah, watch that video, and he's gonna actually read from the article. I can't find it, but hopefully Fanon, when he gets the opportunity to get it back to me, I know you're close with Drew Titan. I'll speak to Drew Titan, and I'll make sure he'll get it to you. If I can't get it to you today, I'll try to make sure I at least get it to you tomorrow. But I'll make sure you get it. That's the important part. So you'll have that information.
No doubt. The other thing I want to touch on.
Wait, time out.
Right.
It says it did $25 million in revenue.
Who said it did $25 million in revenue?
It says it right here.
Are you talking about the article?
25 million.
The total revenue, hold on. The total revenue hasn't even been accounted for. They're still counting up pay-per-view numbers.
Okay.
Pay-per-view numbers, man. So the final tally has not been released. It hasn't. They're still counting pay-per-views as we speak. It takes. I don't know if you know anything about pay-per-views and when it's being counted. And
are they counting it from like the voters in Florida and shit? Is that
no pay-per-views at times will take sometimes 3 to 4 weeks to finish being counted up, bro. That's real. 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know. They've done that before with like fucking De La Hoya fights and stuff. It takes a while. I understand.
Right.
It's what 17 to. It's been about 24 days since the fight.
Yeah,
it's about 3 or 4 weeks right now.
I said 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, it's getting there. So don't even worry about it. It's gonna get out there, man. The number's gonna be solid.
I don't worry about anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to touch on was when those brothers were saying that they were asking why wasn't Wilder as popular. And I was telling you on Facebook it was too much to type, man.
Are you talking about why wasn't he popular? One of the reasons why Wilder did 1 million views on Showtime, I guarantee you that no one else is doing 1 million views on Showtime but Deontay Wilder. He's the only one doing 1 million views on Showtime. Everybody else is doing around 200 to 600,000. Deontay Wilder does 1 million every time. And Showtime has a small subscriber base. Put Deontay Wilder on free TV for Fox or ESPN. I guarantee you Wilder does minimum 2.5 to 4 million views. Guaranteed, because it's a larger audience.
My question to you then is why not put Wilder on Fox, just like Bob put Bud on ESPN?
Well, Wilder just had a Fox pay-per-view, so Wilder is fighting on Fox. I don't think he's gonna be fighting on Showtime anymore due to Colin Malignaggi.
You just said he would do how much on Fox?
I think he would do 2.5 to 4 million views.
Isn't that better than 300,000?
Yeah, so you're talking about for free TV. That's free TV. You still made more money.
But Ortiz wasn't. I don't think personally. I don't think a Ruiz rematch was worthy of a pay-per-view. I think if you put him on Fox,
it would over 300,000 is worthy of a pay-per-view.
It would have built the Fury fight. Because what did they do? How many? All right, so it's been.
Hold on. This is what you got to take into account. Hold on.
It's been a year. Did they get the pay-per-view numbers for Fury yet?
Hold on, Joe.
Because it's been a year.
Before you go there, remember this. Fury was supposed to rematch Deontay Wilder in May. So it's been a huge amount of setbacks and things that are not falling into place. So Ortiz was kind of we're trying to make a big fight. Wilder's trying to fight the best opposition. The best opposition ain't necessarily trying to fight Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was given an opportunity to put Dominic Brazil on pay-per-view. He didn't want to do that. He put it on regular Showtime. So Deontay Wilder was given an opportunity to put Luis Ortiz. The Luis Ortiz fight was good the first time. It's done over 300,000 with you talking about with the guy, Luis Ortiz, who really can't really sell a fight because he doesn't speak English. So that makes it a lot harder for Wilder to push it up to the 500,000 mark. The fact that it's done over 300,000 and so far counting is amazing. That's a testament to his star power. If you think about what Canelo Alvarez doesn't have an actual, or at least to be a threat fighting against him, his numbers have only been about 300,000. Wilder had a perceived threat, but he had a guy.
Wait. Who?
Huh?
You said Canelo what?
But Canelo doesn't have a perceived threat. When he fought Liam Smith, he only sold 300,000 pay-per-views, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's
exactly what I said. It takes a dance partner.
You have somebody it helps when you have somebody that can help you sell the pay-per-view.
He only sold 450 with Amir Khan, and everybody knew Amir Khan, and he only sold 450 because everybody knew it was bullshit.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. When you start thinking about if Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury would have fought back in May, I believe minimum that does probably $500,000. I think it does.
Let me ask you what you just said. 300,000 was good for Wilder, right?
300,000 is good. Is a good number, especially in today's market, bro. Do you not understand?
So why did you say that? Why did you like you insinuate like 300,000 was bad for Canelo? Which is it?
No, I didn't insinuate that at all. You're not understanding. What I'm saying is that's 300,000. I'm trying to tell you that's a decent mark. If you take about the opposition or who he's fighting or certain factors going into it, because 200,000 is a solid mark. And that was 300,000 before. Hold on, that was 300,000 before today's market. Today's market is certainly harder to sell pay-per-views today than it was back then. It's way harder today than it was back then. So if you're doing 300,000, a much better number than it was then. And 300,000 was considered a good number back then because you made money. Once you hit 300,000. Matter of fact, the profit, the mark to hit in the past to make money was 150,000. Once you hit the 150,000 mark, you were in the black. You were generating revenue at that point. Everything was
that all depends on what the fighters are making.
I said in the past it was, but in the past most fighters weren't getting extravagant guarantees. These huge guarantees have been new. Most fighters, the only one who was getting massive guarantees was Floyd Mayweather. Everyone else wasn't getting these massive guarantees. Most of the guarantees were like $3-4 million, bro. If you go back and look at it, most of those guarantees were in the $2-3 million range. And then there was the back end money, which took it up to like $10-15 million dollars for the fight. But for the most part,
I don't talk about back end money because nobody knows what it is.
That's not always true.
Well,
let's put it that way.
It's the same thing.
You may not know what it is. That's not always true.
If we can't talk about back end money, we can't talk about like Callie just said. They still count numbers. And I didn't know.
People used to talk, Broner only made $1 million. He's about $1 billion. And then motherfuckers say, what about all that back end money? What that dirty cash under the table?
He does. The PBC, it's a known secret, man. I don't know if you really speak to a lot of fighters or anything like that, but it's the worst kept secret that PBC fighters get back in money, bro. It's the worst kept secret in the sport of boxing. They get back in money. They do. They literally do. Why do you think Eddie Hearn was shocked to find out that he had to raise the amount of money that he was trying to get all those PBC fighters? He's been unsuccessful in landing PBC fighters because he hasn't paid. He hasn't had enough money. He hasn't given them enough money. He's shocked. He's like, I'm giving you $3.5 million. Like, dude, I've been getting $3.5 million. Just because the amount of numbers that they show you, the slotted number that they show you on TV don't mean that's what they're getting. You may see a slotted number that, he only got $500,000 for this one fight. That's what people thought that Ortiz got against Wilder in the first fight.
That's what I just read too.
Yeah, he got that's what people thought. That's what you guys think he got. He got more than that. But that's what people don't seem to understand. They think Al Heyman gives you guys a number to go off of. That's why people are always concerned about Wilder's pockets. Wilder's been getting more money than that. Danny Garcia got more money than what was offered by the top rank to him to fight Terrence Crawford. It wasn't enough. That you guys, just because you guys don't see it, don't mean it's not true. But that's what's been happening. You know what I said? They put out a guarantee number for a reason. Let's put it that way. There's a guarantee number for a reason. But that most of the PBC fighters get paid more money than the number that they put out on the internet.
Why do you think they're so low now?
Fighters do.
I guess that's the only reason to explain why they don't leave.
That's it. That's it. You know. So in regards to what the fellow was saying to you at the fight when he asked why isn't Wilder as popular as popular as. Let's
actually get to this because we've been dancing around.
He's more popular than Terrence Crawford. That's the funny part about it.
Well, here's the thing: the conversation that you had with the fellas was they were asking you why wasn't Wilder as popular in comparison to Floyd, because for some reason Floyd has become the measuring stick, which is unfair and ridiculous. They're two different guys. Like I was talking to you earlier, I was saying to you, okay, Wilder.
No, I think people should be compared to whoever they think is the most popular fighter.
Right. Well, you know, like,
at the time, like Canelo or AJ.
Wilder's not going to appeal to the same audience that Floyd appeals to. He's just not. That's just the long and short end of it. And to compare these guys to this measuring stick.
All right. So what was the other reason? Because you already said
especially,
that.
Especially Floyd. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. First thing, Deontay Wilder doesn't appeal to the coon cloud. I mean, to the coon crowd, and that's a fact. Floyd Mayweather has a following of dudes who envy his money.
Well, he appealed to Tim Bradley because Bradley said he was the only one real. But he said he's the only real one over there. You say he don't pertain to the.
He's not a real one. Tim Bradley's real, please.
Fucking Tim Bradley. Recognize him.
You can't say this because you're not black, but we know what Tim Bradley
this is what I'm telling you. This conversation is gonna get very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what I said. They don't appeal to you. You're not black.
Not for me. Not where I grew up. It's fine.
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Where I grew up, I was the minority.
Now, I know,
just so you know.
I know. Listen, I already told you that you asked me if I watched the interview between Bud and Ward. And I watched it, and there were things that was said that, you know, I was in somewhat of disgust. Okay, one of the things.
Like when he says he doesn't have to do anything more than what he's already done. I don't like that either.
Yeah, well, he also said that the fans expect everyone for him to jump around and behave like Floyd Mayweather to get a look. That's not the case right now.
Yeah, but that's not him. Just like it's not Wilder.
It's not. But right now, Wilder's on top of the game right now. Wilder's that dude. Wilder's the man of boxing right now. And I'm not talking about. People could say Canelo. Canelo might have the biggest bag. All right, pause. But Canelo's on a fucking app. All right, everyone knows who Wilder is. But it's not on the same level.
You think he cares where he is for $35 million a fight when he could pick Rocky fucking Fielding?
Of course not. Of course not. So his bag is secured. But in regards to what the brother said to you at the Garden, Floyd Mayweather is no longer the measurement stick.
He's not.
Because
agree with that.
Because when Floyd Mayweather was saying I'm TBE and he was saying he's better than Muhammad Ali, we went crazy. And rightfully so, we went crazy. Because
before I knew you, but yeah.
But because we know that there's intangibles. All right. It's more than just a bank account. It's deeper than that. And
it's a lot of it is what Ali, his message outside.
Right. Message outside.
Floyd's message outside was just this. That's all it was.
That's to this day. That's why I don't really speak on him. I don't. All right. And I wish he would just leave and go the fuck away, but he's not, you know, so fuck him. You know,
he's coming back. He's coming back next year.
Yeah, whatever. But you know, look, you know, the reason why I said this might get uncomfortable is because there's certain things we're looking at it from a minority perspective. And what Tim Bradley did, what he said, he was speaking from an emotional place, but he knows what he said is complete bullshit.
But he said
Tim
Wilder's the only real one over there. If he's a simp, he's a coon, if he's everything that everybody's saying about him, he still recognized Wilder though.
He just
that don't mean shit. He said that because he's fighting Tyson Fury. But Tim Bradley been a
I'll give you that.
He been a butter biscuit raccoon for a long time, and he continues to be one. And there's nothing that anybody gonna be able to tell me that he's not.
Joe,
no one can defend him. That dude's a piece of shit, and I'll tell him that to his motherfucking face. But I see it.
His legacy is ducking Amir Khan. Remember he ducked Amir Khan?
His legacy is really getting a fucking gift over Manny Pacquiao. That's his legacy.
2 losses, all right? Getting up off the floor after Kendall Holt almost spun his head off his head.
Yep.
Fighting rules and provocative.
He did win the fight, though.
He won the fight. I'll give him that. But what else? He ducked Amir Khan.
Me personally, I thought he beat Pacquiao the first time. I disagree with that he was given the gift decision.
I just laughed because I just wanted to stick it to the Pacquiao fans. I'm even going to hold you on that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this dude Tim spoke from an emotional place, and it was unjust. All right, Bud is his man, fine. Bud, let me just touch on Bud. All right.
Can I say one thing before you go real quick?
Go ahead.
Bud ain't his man though. That motherfucker threw Bud on the bus for Vasily Lomachenko like a month and a half ago, man. So Bud ain't this dude. This dude is a black minstrel show, bro. Fuck that.
When they I think wasn't it like right in front of him when they said that Loma was #1 pound for pound?
Yeah, that was Teddy Atlas. Yeah. But he said, it's what have you done for me lately? So I think that Lomachenko after beating fucking whatchamacallit, what's that bum ass dude? Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, who's a mediocre fighter, who ain't shit, who ducked on Devin Haney, went out of his way, didn't want no smoke with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who lost to fucking Jorge Linares, who ain't shit. When did Jorge Linares become anything? Nobody I know ever thought Jorge Linares was any good. All of a sudden, Jorge Linares became a decent. In what world? Dude is garbage. Been garbage to me for a long time. So I mean, he's defended, and he was bigging up, and he was getting ready to put Lomachenko over Timothy. He was getting ready to put Vasily Lomachenko over Terrence Crawford over him beating Anthony Crawler. Crawler's garbage, man. Crawler's been garbage. Never been shit. Like most UK fighters, been garbage their whole life. Never been shit. Their whole family always thought they was fucking garbage. And if they get a pass just because, well, he getting a pass because he's Caucasian, bro. And we know for a fact that in this goddamn country, in this fucking country, that's all that matters. When you're black, and especially when you're a fighter, you gotta be amazing. You gotta have the best resume. You gotta have an amazing fighting style. You gotta be able to sell. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta fight all the top fighters in the world. Fucking Canelo Alvarez can go around beating up on all way past their prime fighters and be considered one of the greatest. Motherfucking hopping around, ducking the top fighters in all these different divisions. Meanwhile, just picking at the bones of fighters who've already been dusted off multiple times and getting credit for it like he took some big ass risk. Man, I'm so sick of that shit happening. The black fighters do not get the same credit for the same shit that these motherfuckers get credit for, man. I'm sick and tired of that shit. And Tim Bradley co-signs all this fuckboy shit.
Tim Bradley's in the glass house.
Because he's a fucking clown, man.
He's in the glass house. KP said it correct. He didn't fight Floyd. He didn't fight Khan. Didn't fight Porter. Didn't fight Maidana. There was people there, but we were saying the same shit.
Where were all those guys? Those all Al's guys? It's the same shit. It's the same shit that we're going through right now.
Right. He took his ass where the smoke wasn't. He went over there and sold his soul for a Manny fight. But in the grand
he got $6 million for one of the fights that I know of, and that doesn't include a dirty under the cash.
And
under the table cash either.
and you know what he had to show for it, a bunch of death threats.
Later, Callie.
Yeah, he fell off. He might come back. Oh yeah. Here you go. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he fell off. He Stay Ready's correct, man. He's a company man, and I don't respect that. That shit.
What's he supposed to do?
But it was coming from a malicious place. And he knows
he's friends with Crawford, and he he's got his boys back.
What about Sean Porter? And you see, I can't feel sorry for Bud. He's a great fighter, but I can't feel sorry for Bud because he chose to take his ass across the street. That was his choice.
He was already across the street. He was already there.
And he resigned. He resigned.
Right.
But if there's five minutes,
all right. Callie's the insider. Callie, what does Bud get per fight?
Word is he gets 3.5 per fight plus backing money. Bud gets paid pretty well, man. He's not getting he's not getting as much as he could get, but he's making a lot of money.
What did Bud get for this past fight? I know what I read. I know. All I know, he got 3.5, and then I know he got backing money. I know that he gets backing money. He probably got about 5-6. His trainer, B-Mac, gave an interview right after he signed the deal with Top Rank, and he said it's about $8 million a fight. Now, every time he fights, and if he's
guaranteed $3 million. He gets guaranteed 3.5 with back end money, man. He gets back end money on top of the 3.5.
So,
and then, of course, unfortunately,
I've never read anywhere after any of his. Like, I looked at his last two fights. So his last two fights.
I don't care. That's once again. I know. Yes, what you heard,
But once again, as somebody who's covered Top Rank fights and who's spoken to people from Top Rank as well, I know for a fact Bud gets back in money for all of his fights. Unfortunately, though, he has to give an additional $500,000 or something like that.
No,
to
but
his
see
own promoter, and everybody has.
What B-Max said was true then, because everything I've read said that Saturday that he made $4 million. Against Khan, he got 5.5 plus whatever the pay-per-view, whatever numbers he gets.
He got some back end money. I think he ended up close to 7.
So that so then it could be close to 8 million, like that's what B-Mac was saying.
Yeah, he's doing okay. If he was with PBC, he'd probably be getting close over 10 more than likely. He's not making what Earl's making, but he's not poor, and he's one of the higher paid welterweights. That's a fact. It's not like he's living in a poorhouse. Yeah. But the problem is though, Bob Arum takes 33%, where he could be getting that promoter money himself. So he's losing a lot of money, and he can't get the fights on top of that shit too. So everybody's saying the reason why it was dumb for him to sign with the other side of the street is because Bob Arum said they can't afford to pay for his opponents outside of Earl Spence Jr. So why the hell would you want to re-sign with a guy who just said that when he can afford to pay for? But Lomachenko's opponents can afford to pay for Teofimo Lopez's opponents. But once again, we know Bob Arum likes to only do in-house fights all the time. Pretty much every promoter does. But I mean, we've seen fighters do it. But Bob Arum is the king of in-house fights more than anybody else in the sport of boxing. He's the king of in-house fights, the absolute, the monarch of that shit, bro. He's the emperor of in-house fights, man. That dude hates going outside. If he don't have to, he's gonna go out of his way not to. So he's gonna make some fights. He'll feed you a bunch of bums, and that's what Terrence Crawford gonna get ready to feast on, bro. That's his fault for re-signing back over there. He shouldn't have done
it. If what they said was true, and Terrence is fighting Porter next.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
Okay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
we got to see. Because Bob was saying that because he's doing work, he's doing work with Alex for Fury and Wilder, right? That's going to happen.
That don't mean shit, but most of the Fury Wilder contract was done before Bob Arum got in the picture. So don't let that shit get you twisted. That wasn't a lot of Bob Arum.
But then he went and signed an ESPN deal. So now
he signed an ESPN deal, but there was still the framework from the old contract was still there. And they just picked up from where they left off, man, for real. So no, but Bob Arum wasn't a big factor in this shit. He's a factor because he's now co-promoter. Remember, he's co-promoter. Frank Warren is also the main promoter of Tyson Fury. Frank Warren is. Everybody forgets about that shit. He's co-promoted by Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotion.
I know.
So the framework was already done between Queensberry.
As a matter of fact, I had a conversation about this, and I said Bob is basically just working the ESPN deal. He's working venue, date, this all the stuff.
Bob Arum just taking the cut for no fucking reason. That's all Bob Arum is doing in reality.
Yeah, but he's got the ESPN contract.
He does. And
that's what his purpose is.
His fights haven't done shit. They've done nothing. No one's watched his fights. For real. His fights have done atrocious. Atrocious.
Which fight?
Not only if no one's gone to his fight, no one's watched.
I don't know.
That's a fact. I know that for a fact.
I go to a lot of stuff here. I've done a lot of PBC stuff, and I go to a lot of Top Rank stuff because a lot of it's in New York. And what's nothing? What did Bud do the other night?
Bud did 1.6. He did well. I'm talking about on that app, bro. That app, those fights aren't doing that well on that app, bro. They're not. They're not.
The app is $5.
I know. They're not getting that many views on it, man, from the fight. They're not.
The zone and man.
And they got a small budget on top of that too on that app, which is why they ran out of money, which is why you started to see top ranked fighters fighting on the zone towards the end. You started to see that shit.
Cool.
Because they had ran out of fighting money and dates. I know that for a fact. Top Rank did.
No, but who fought on the zone for Top Rank? Other than Jose Ramirez
did. Okay. Jose Ramirez did. Then you also
it was a unification fight. I
know, but they did that. They did that shit for a reason, bro. And then they allowed, even though Lomachenko didn't fight on the zone, he still allowed Eddie Hearn promoted that event in the UK. Eddie Hearn took reins and promoted the whole fucking thing.
Right, just like I said that the Zone bought the Wilder Ortiz fight. What does that have to do with Wilder and Ortiz? Nothing.
No. Al Heyman already had a deal with the Zone. They didn't buy it. Al Heyman, PBC already has a deal with the Zone in Italy, in Germany, and a few other European countries. I don't know. I bet
it was Spain and Germany.
PBC has had a deal. PBC had already had a deal with those countries for real with the Zone. Look it up.
I did look it up. That's how I told him about it. I told Eric about it.
Yeah, they already had a deal. They had a deal for a while now. I think they signed a deal last year with those with the Zone.
I thought the Zone. I thought the Zone picked it up on a fight-by-fight basis.
No. PBC signed a deal with the Zone for in Italy. It was Italy, Germany. Was it France? I forgot. It was a couple other places, but they picked up. They had signed a deal with the Zone. I remember this because my cousin was the one who had passed me that information, and he showed me the article. God damn, I wish me and this motherfucker was still talking because I get it from, because he has that shit. But yeah, I read the article.
Oh fuck.
Al Heyman signed a deal with the Zone.
Damn, Cal, I just realized
for those countries, just to air those fights in those countries. PBC events, and he also has a deal with what is it? ITV. And also with Sky Sports in the UK. PBC.
Yeah. They pick up fights. They show the fights over there.
And PBC has a deal with CBC as well in Canada. PBC has a deal with networks all over the world.
So you see why we can't really decipher how much money the base pay is what we see. But the money after that, we don't really see. That's what I was saying. We don't really know. That's why people, when they say back end money, this is the type of shit that they're talking about. We don't know. The base pay, we knew what Wilder was getting. We knew what.
But I kept saying this back end money. I never speak on because I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So we can't say that. That's why it's the old conversation. Wilder's broke. He has no fans. He has no money.
I never said that.
Yeah.
No. He's not saying that. This is with UK. A lot of UK idiots.
Your boy Marcus London. Said Shilly like
there's a lot of American Wilder haters, man.
He could have jumped on too.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna bite his head off. I just want to.
You know, I'm right. There's a lot of American Wilder haters out there who go out and say, "Well, man, Wilder's not making any money. He's broke, dude. You make like $10 an hour. You talking about a dude who allegedly only made $2 million? So what if he only made $2 million? That's $2 million more you probably making your entire life. And you're talking about this dude being broke. It kills me when people talk. That's why I would never call Terrence Crawford broke. I mean, Terrence Crawford's a multi-millionaire. He's rich. It ain't that. My only issue with Terrence Crawford, I don't care about how much money he makes. I'm saying he should have signed over there so he can get them damn fights. The fights to be easier. Bob Arum has actually admitted to stopping fights in the past.
That's my problem.
And don't forget about this too. Remember, Oscar De La Hoya used to left him. Floyd Mayweather left him. Mikey Garcia left him. He got rid of
Mikey.
Andy Ruiz. You say fuck Mikey? I'm just saying. Look at all these fighters that have left this dude, man.
And Mikey just signed with the Zone, so he left PBC too.
Well, I mean,
but leaving PBC don't mean he left Al Heyman, bro.
Someone just wrote that if Bud was like Mikey, he could be creating his own destiny. He could be a free agent. He could bounce around, and that's 100% right. The problem with someone like Mikey, he's not outspoken, and neither is Bud. And they don't know how to. I don't think neither one of them knows how to sell themselves like Floyd could. That's what Floyd was a fucking salesman. At least he could sell himself. He didn't need a promoter because he could do it on his own.
But but I said Mikey. But this is my point. I wanted to finish up though. Just because a fighter leaves PBC don't mean they left Al Heyman. A lot of those fighters that some of the fighters that you think about that went over to the Zone. I'm gonna name you some Al Heyman fighters that people don't know about. Arthur Beterbiev, Danny Roman, of course, Danny Jacobs, whatchamacallit again? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which technically still with PBC, but yeah, that piece of shit. But and there's a few more that I can't say. Oh, Jesse Vargas, there's another one who's still advised by Al Heyman. They're promoted by Eddie Hearn, but advised by Al Heyman. Still advised by Al Heyman. people assume because they're not because they leave PBC. Leaving PBC is not leaving Al Heyman. You still keep a lot of times you still keep management. You just want to decide to go with a different promotional outfit technically PBC isn't a promotional outfit; it's a boxing company. But it's still.
No, you said it right the first time.
Yeah. No, BBC isn't a promotional outfit. Technically, it's not. I mean, they hire promoters. They actually do hire promoters, man. For real, they do hire promoters. They can't because there will be a violation of the Ali Act.
Muhammad Ali Act. I know. We've been through this a million times. That was a joke, buddy. Calm down.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying.
I'm not. Calm down. I'm not even upset.
But Bud could have been in Mikey's position.
That's what I forgot who wrote that, but yeah, they were saying he could have went free agent and this and that. I don't know how it would have worked for him. He would be getting better fights.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't really get mad at. I mean, Bud is not like he's being broke or being robbed.
But as a fan, we don't care about his part. Well, I don't care about his part because I just want to see all these guys mix it up. So what is he going to do now? What is he going to do now?
I want to see if this Fury Wilder fight, if there's can be something done afterwards between Bob and Al to make more PBC top rank fights, more PBC DAZN fights, more DAZN top rank fights.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why I don't know because.
And I know top rank and DAZN are going to work together. They already have.
PBC doesn't recognize WBO belt for a multitude of reasons and have nothing to do with Terrence Crawford. If you look at what's happening too, I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing that made it.
Send him the interview. Send him the interview.
Oh yeah, I'll send it.
It's the top guy at Fox.
No, let me tell you one of the reasons why they got rid of WBO and the WBO's been a piece of shit for a while. But the WBO, you do know that they're one of the ones blocking undefeated, right? Like they're blocking undefeated. Like if Anthony Joshua tried to fight Wilder, they would strip him. Andy Ruiz tried to fight Wilder, they were stripping. They're trying to prevent Al Heyman from getting a hold of all the belts. Some of these sanctioned bodies, a lot of fuck shit behind the scenes. But the WBO has definitely put the royal fuck to PBC, and they've done it for how many? You don't see a lot of PBC fighters ranked at the WBO, do you? You can't think of too many, can you?
I mean, they're ranked. Yeah, this is what me and Moni Omega got into the other day. They are ranked.
Yeah,
they're ranked.
No,
he was saying that they don't get mandatory spots, but if they're being advised not to go after that belt.
No, they're not being advised not to go after that belt. The WBO puts the fuck to them every time. Every time.
The Fox Sports executive, the guy that's in charge of basically everything, who works hand in hand with Al Heyman. Eric heard the interview. He says, we don't recognize that belt. So why would they want any of their fighters?
There's a reason why.
Right. So it works both ways, bro. It works both ways.
I know. You know why they stopped recognizing because of the fuck shit of the WBO. For real.
Okay. So, but the guy.
You know what the WBO is known as?
When did I take the screenshot? When did I take the screenshot and post it on your I commented on your post. I put the screenshot.
I already saw that video with
It wasn't a video. It was just a screenshot of the rankings. Wait, what interview?
No, sorry, the interview you're talking about. We talking about Fox Sports. I saw it when he actually made that quote at the pay-per-view event where he said they don't recognize the WBO, and they put a lot of screenshots up when they put up Andy Ruiz as a unified champion. They didn't mention the WBO. They only mentioned the WBO and the IBF. The only belts that they recognize. They only recognize them as having two belts. So I mean, this has been a long time coming for a lot of fuck shit that the WBO has done to PBC fighters on behalf of Top Rank. And in the past, they've done it also on behalf of Golden Boy. I don't know, but Golden Boy may be sour with the relationship with the WBO. But
after what they just did for Canelo, yeah, I guarantee you they did.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the WBO has been known as two friends to two promotional companies for the most part, which has been Top Rank and Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions. And in the UK they call it the Warren the Warren Boxing Organization. That's what it's known as in the UK.
Yeah.
Yep, Warren Boxing Organization, exactly. As his fighters are always get placed ahead of other fighters in the UK. Doesn't matter if his fighters earned it or not. They still get the slot.
Yo, is it fucking snowing outside?
It might be.
You guys got we don't see that out here, man. So
Yo,
Where you at, Cali?
I'm tight.
Wait. Where's Cali? Is Cali in Cali?
He's in Cali.
yeah, I'm in California, bro. I'm in,
Oh,
in the
dude,
Bay Area.
I was just there. Oh, you're in the Bay Area. I was in LA. I'm going back in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. You talking about LA? Yeah, LA is about from here where I'm at, man. About 5.5 hours.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Oh shit.
I know. I've been up there. I've been up there a couple times.
Yeah, it's raining up here. But we don't really. We had snow in the hills last year, but that's like once in a generation type of shit.
Wine country.
Fuck.
We don't get cold enough to we've gotten cold enough, but it just doesn't snow here, man. We don't get snow here, man. It just doesn't stay cold long enough here, and it usually generally warms up to the 50s in the evening, so it's just not going to be warm enough to keep snow.
Ronald Finkley, where you at? You said he got a blizzard. Trick Notes, he said not in Houston. God damn it. Shit.
Yeah, man. You know who I'm jealous of? Fucking Miami, man. It's 84 degrees today.
Yeah, I got family in Florida. Fuck them.
I do too. I got family in Fort Lauderdale.
Yep, me too.
It's like, man.
My family.
I know. Fort Lauderdale and Fort Myers, man.
On this week.
I gotta get rolling. I'm glad we can accomplish
I gotta go
absolutely
get
nothing.
this kid before the snow gets too crazy. God damn it.
We've accomplished nothing, but I want to thank everybody for watching.
Stop believing in Bob Arum accomplishing shit, bro. His whole idea, that's Mr. Sabotage there, man.
Yo.
That is Mr. Sabotage.
Come on.
Don't
How many
believe in
fucking how many great fights has Bob Arum given in the last like?
Yo, hold on, y'all.
Years?
Fanon just put up a video just now talking about Crawford's viewership. I just saw it. I'm gonna go check that video right now. Yo, guys. Yo, thank you, Joey. You know we're gonna do this again. Yo, Cali, one love.
Terrence Crawford flopping like a fish.
Oh shit! No, look.
Yeah, I saw that. I disagree with that. But you know what I'm saying? That's part of the LWC, though. We disagree. We agree and disagree. I disagree. I don't think you flop.
Real quick. Harrison and Charlo, who's winning?
I got Harrison.
You got Harrison.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Charlo on a controversy. I was thinking TKO, but I'm gonna go Charlo on a controversy.
I'm gonna have to agree with
by UD.
I'm gonna agree with Corling. I don't know why, but I think he's gonna knock out Harrison.
Think so?
Because he caught him with some good shots in the first fight, and I think
he hurt him. He hurt him towards the.
Yeah. I think he can hurt him again. You know, you got 12 rounds with him. You got a good.
I think if it goes to 12, you know how people are. They automatically gonna go in the other direction. I think it'll be Charlo by controversy.
I look at it like this: if Charlo's boxing, he knocks Harrison out. If he's going in there brawling again, I mean, don't be surprised, man, if he go the other way. I mean, Harrison, everybody forget Harrison didn't sit on his punches in the last fight. Harrison could crack. People forget about that. He has legitimate power. So, you know, it all depends on which Charlo shows. A lot of it depends on Charlo.
I want Harrison to win because I like seeing the Charlos get all emotional.
Well, you got to remember, though, Jamal Charlo's totally different than Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo, I ain't gonna lie, Jamel Charlo's an asshole, but Jamal Charlo is different, man. If you've seen Jamal away from Jamel, they're two different people, man. Everybody gets this twisted because you'll see. Only time you really see Jamal turn up when he's near Jamel. When he's not near Jamel, he's real calm. He's just a more calm dude. Jamel Charlo is like. I remember I went to the weigh-in at the Barclays Center. They have it like in the lobby, and it was Danny Garcia and Malignaggi. And the Charlos were there. Sean Porter was there. I met Sean Porter. I met a couple guys. And the Charlos were like in the back in the corner. And Jamel, 154, right? That's Jamel.
Mm-hmm.
He was yelling, talking shit. I'm like, everybody's like, shut the fuck up.
It's on that grind. Yo, listen, I gotta go run and get this kid. Yo, we gotta do this again. Definitely, Cali. Thank you. Yo, Joey.
Yo, nice meeting you, Cali.
Yo, I'm gonna holler at you. Yo, fellas, shout out to the LDBC. One love. Thank you for the support. BFTB is going to be on in about, what, 2 minutes?
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus.
Come on, Marcus. You need to come on, Marcus.
Don't be scared. Get it. Yo, peace, y'all.
Later, Eric.
Later.
Oh,